Is Truckers of Europe 3 actually cooked? Now, ever since Betten released the first gameplay and teaser for Road Life Europe Truckers, a lot of fans have been saying that Truckers of Europe 3 might actually be finished. And the reason for that is simple. People have seen the gameplay, they've seen the visuals, they've seen how good this new game looks, and honestly, I've been getting a lot of comments about it. A lot of fans have been telling me things like, Truckers of Europe 3 is cooked, or Wanda Software needs to step up. And some people are even saying that this new game is going to completely defeat Truckers of Europe 3. That's why I personally decided to make this video, to really talk about this situation properly. So the main question we're answering today is, will Truckers of Europe 3 be cooked when Betten's new game finally releases? This is a very big topic right now, and it's something a lot of you have been asking about. So I want you guys to listen carefully to everything I'm about to say, because I'll be sharing my honest opinion on whether Truckers of Europe 3 will still survive, or if there's a real chance that Road Life Europe Truckers could actually defeat it. And before we continue, make sure you subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, so as soon as Betten released the first look at his new game, just like I said earlier, a lot of fans immediately started commenting that Truckers of Europe 3 might be cooked. Some people even said Wanda Software might be cooked too. But honestly, I don't think that's exactly the case. Now let me be very honest with you. Betten's new game looks extremely impressive from what we've seen so far. The trailer and the early gameplay footage promised a lot. In fact, the gameplay looked so good that some players actually thought it was AI-generated. That's how clean and realistic it looked. But it wasn't AI. It was real in-game footage. And that alone tells you how strong that first trailer was. Because of that, some fans are saying that Truckers of Europe 3 is already in trouble, especially since this new game is still in its early stages and already looks more promising in certain areas. Now here's where my own opinion comes in. On one hand, Wanda Software has already promised more updates coming in 2026, including multiplayer improvements, new maps, and more features that they've already talked about. On the other hand, Betten's new game is also expected to release in 2026. So because both games are aiming for the same period, a lot of fans are already shouting, Truckers of Europe 3 is cooked, Truckers of Europe 3 is finished. But let me tell you what I really think. First of all, I definitely see strong potential in Betten's new game. This isn't even a question. The game looks solid, it looks serious, and I believe it's going to do really well when it finally releases. Secondly, and this part is very important, I also see more seriousness coming from Wanda Software because of this competition. And here's why I'm saying that. When a strong competitor enters the scene, developers usually start taking things more seriously. That means fewer delays, better updates, and more effort to keep their player base. Because if updates keep getting delayed, players can easily move to another game. So in my opinion, instead it will push Wanda Software to work harder. I personally think this competition will force Wanda Software to update Truckers of Europe 3 more frequently and add more content than before. And honestly, that's a good thing for us players. So for me, this situation is not really about whether Truckers of Europe 3 will be cooked or not. What I'm seeing is healthy competition. Competition that will make both games better. Yes, I see potential in Betten's game, and yes, the game looks very good. But I also believe that Wanda Software won't want to lose their fan base, so they'll become more serious with Truckers of Europe 3. Just like how we've been getting updates recently, I honestly believe that once Betten's game gets closer to release, Wanda Software will step up even more and push out stronger updates for Truckers of Europe 3. So no, I don't think anybody's getting cooked here. What I see is pressure, and pressure creates improvement. At the end of the day, both games can coexist. Truckers of Europe 3 has been one of the best truck games for a long time, but having a real competitor is actually good because it pushes the developers to do better. And that's exactly what I think is happening right now. Now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think will happen to Truckers of Europe 3? Do you agree with me that Betten's new game will push Wanda Software to release more updates? Or do you think Truckers of Europe 3 might actually be cooked? Drop your opinions in the comments. I really want to read them. And yeah, that's my honest take on this whole situation. I'll see you guys in the next one.